HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time it's something very special. It's a bottle of Barry Island IPA from the Brains Brewery in Cardiff. This is part of their brand new series that they're producing in their new craft brewery. So as I said, Brains Craft Brewery on there. But the special thing being, this was created and co-brewed by my good friend Simon at the Real Ale Guide. So Simon gave me this when I saw him at GBBF. Beautifully presented, but label. I mean, I think if you look closely, I think he's hidden away somewhere at label. Yeah, he's there. Bit out of focus. There he is. Nice kind of like plastic wrap you get on a wine bottle as well. Just all adding to it being a little bit something special as well. I know this was on draft at GBBF when I was recently there, but I didn't get the chance to try it, and then Simon gave me a bottle of this, and then I thought, well, I can't have a little sneak preview at GBBF, I better wait until I've got it in front of me to review. So, the beer in the glass, a lovely dark kind of bronze, well actually more of a kind of like a orangey bronze, slightly tarnished looking yellow. The head tight white, quite foamy, tight white bubbles. So let's have a sniff. Interesting. It's not kind of big on the aromatics as I'd expect. It's got a kind of like a hay quality. It's definitely got something that it's very Brains, I'd say. It's got kind of like a dry hay. Lime rind, old feisty peaches. There's some kind of mineral quality in there. Lemon maybe, but it's not kind of like big zesty quality. It does remind me of stuff like I've had from Brains, maybe a bit like SA Gold. Nice kind of malty backbone to it. Quite sweet, vanilla, ice cream wafers. It's a bit more malt driven than it is hop driven, and more of the hop quality is similar to more of a like English hop or a Styrian Golding, something like that from Europe. Opposed to those big American hops that are actually in this. I think it's something like, I think there's Zeus and a few others in there. Anyway, can't wait to try it, so let's dive in. Cheers, Simon. Very nice. Tastes much better than it smells. Once again, you're getting a really typical Brains quality, clearly from their yeast strain or from their water source, probably from the yeast. It has there's a woodiness to it, slightly ashy, but not in a bad way. Yeah, dry straw. There's a wheatiness. The hops do taste a bit more kind of British than they do American. That rounded, spicy, earthy quality that you get from something like Challenger actually. A dulled lemon, a hint of sweeter kind of like a waxy honey. Yeah, lemon. There's a spiciness, something like bay leaf maybe. You could kind of like track this back to Brains IPA. If you made that Brains IPA with a load more hops and made it a lot stronger, you could kind of see those commonalities. There's a lot of flavour in there. It's kind of like a perfumey, lemon rind, like a dull, dried citrus peel orange. There's a bit of grapefruit in there. It's not a juicy grapefruit. It's more of a pithy grapefruit. Really quite complex actually. It's got a big flavour. Maybe a hint of alcohol in there. Maybe the hops need to be a bit more to mask that alcohol. The aftertaste, quite a perfumed, slightly floral, lemony quality with more of that kind of ice cream wafer maltiness. It's not bad at all actually. It's not bad at all. I'm not sure if it's what was intended to be produced when it was kind of thought up. For me, I guess the only things I changed with this were probably the yeast. I think yeast has such a specific characteristic, and because it's got a lot of bitterness, but I think that that yeast is kind of dominating a bit and contributing too much of a flavour opposed to letting those hops sing out. And I'm sure that's what Simon were aiming for, something kind of big, juicy, floral kind of hops. If this beer was brewed again, I'd say drop out, get rid of that yeast. I know it's their kind of yeast strain, but bring in a San Diego pale ale yeast, California pale ale yeast, something like that. Nice, clean, no yeast character. Ramp up those hops, quadruple the amount of hops that I'll put in, especially later on. I'd like a lot more aroma from this, and I think the flavour's there, but I think the yeast has taken away some of it's detracting from the hop flavour and the hop bitterness. I mean the hop aroma, and it's adding too much of its own characteristic. But I think the bitterness is there, and they've got the flavour right. It's just that yeast. I think that yeast is just kind of like it's making a American beer taste like a British beer, to be honest. But yeah, full flavoured, absolutely full flavoured. And I've heard this is flying off the shelves at the bottle shop in Cardiff as well. So that is Barry Island IPA from Brains Craft Brewery in Cardiff, 6% ABV, co-brewed in collaboration with Simon Martin from the Real Ale Guide. Thanks mate, I'm really glad I got the opportunity to try this. As I said, I think it is a good beer and it's full flavoured, but for me, I prefer a lot more late hops and a bit more kind of clarity from that yeast strain, opposed to adding as much characteristic as it clearly is. I'm not going to have any problems sipping away the rest of this for the next half an hour or so. So yeah, nice work mate, and I'm sure the next one's going to be even better. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.